Greetings, this is the Questing GM. So this is another Questlog video for a gaming and channel update for the month of May and June, because there was nothing that happened really much in June compared to what in the last video that I talked about in April. We were still on a movement control order throughout May, and in June the government started to lift up some of the restrictions they were normally imposed on a movement control order, and things are starting to move back into normalcy. Basically, we have most of our services back and running with a few additional steps in terms of SOPs, in terms of taking temperatures, tracing of our movements, as well as the social distancing in. So May has been obviously been a very quiet month, even on the channel as well. I have been working on some videos, but I think the roadblock that I went into while making videos was that with all the new arrangements that I had to make, I had to like invest myself into some gear and all that. It was not a good month for making videos generally. So May was obviously very quiet on the channel. But June, however, I think this is the month where things started picking up, because obviously now that gatherings are relatively allowed, even eating in public places and all that is generally allowed, as provided that the proper SOPs are being observed. So June is basically the month that my group have decided to come back together for our face-to-face games. It hasn't really applied to all other groups. Some groups may prefer to still do it online. I know A Good Day to Dice hasn't decided to reinstate the face-to-face sessions and still keeping it to the online space. But because our group is a very relatively small group, we are allowed to meet up as long as we keep to ourselves, and in relatively secure and tight space, spaces that we can control. Secure and tight space, spaces that we can control, obviously the place that we play in. So we resumed our Expedition to the Demon Web Pits campaign in June. We've had our second session, and we recently had our third session now that I'm making this video in July. So things seems to be steering back into normalcy in terms of gaming, and normalcy in terms of gaming. And as for the channel, there has been some major, I would say some relatively major upgrades that's come into the picture now. It's taken me about more than a couple of months to just get some needed gear, and I spent a good amount of time figuring out all the proper settings that I want. And this is obviously this is part of the test to see the output of, is it the type of video that I want, quality that I want to reach. And I can say that I feel a bit satisfied right now, and this is probably going to be and I think with that, I think I need just to regain a bit of confidence just to come back on camera and continue making content, especially the Prep Quest Out of the Abyss, and even some of the RPG Study Hour that I have started. I have started a new series, but I have obviously I have not uploaded the video yet, because I decided to make a few more of these and upload them together, or at least make them public together, so that at least they can come in more timely chunks rather than until the next time I make a video. But having said that, because now that we've resumed our campaign, we are back to that balance of trying to find time for prepping for games, and obviously trying to find time making content for the channel. So in a way, I guess it's pretty much a good thing now that things are coming back for in June, and I'm only estimating things would start to pick up in July for both gaming and the channel, and hopefully the rest of and hopefully the rest of 2020 will be smooth sailing from here on. So are there any plans for July? I would say, other than resuming our games for Expedition to the Demon Web Pits, I can only say I need to really make up for the prep quest videos for Out of the Abyss, and there'll probably be the focus that I'll be putting on for the channel and for the next few videos coming up from then. So I guess that'll be all for tonight. This is for the next few videos coming up from then. So I guess that'll be all for tonight. This is the Questing GM signing out for now. Bye.